Hey there, and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'll be showing you pancake ideas for pancake batter. So the two variations we will be playing on today would be the thickness and the crunchiness of the pancake batter. Also, I'll touch on the syrup taste and texture of the batter. These recipes will be based on 2 large eggs. So if you'd like to increase the amount of pancake batter you get out, just increase these amounts equally and make sure that they are to scale. So first, crack the eggs into the bowl. Next, add a cup of milk. Then whisk with an electric beater or by hand. So you just whisk it until the egg yolk has completely mixed into the milk. So next comes your flour. So depending on the lightness or the thickness of your pancake, you'd vary the amount of flour you'd use. So for what I'm going to do for this thin pancake batter, I will only be using a half a cup of flour. You do not have to sift your flour. You can just use the beater to beat the mixture until it's consistent. So now, since the base is done, we can change the thickness of our batter by adding flour in very slowly. I will add another quarter cup of flour just to get my batter slightly thicker than this. Next comes your oil. Well, this is where you can make a change. Depending on whether you'd want your pancake to have a syrupy texture or a salty texture, you'd make the decision. I would like to have a slightly saltier, crispier texture, so I will be using margarine instead of oil. So 2 tablespoons of margarine should do it. In goes the malted margarine. Again, beat until it's consistent. And note, what you should be noticing is that your mixture should be getting very glossy at this moment in time. There will be a few bubbles on the surface. Those will come out when frying in the pan. So once your mixture is consistent, you could make the choice of having your pancakes crunchier or smoother. You can do this by varying the amount of sugar you throw into your mixture. What I will do now is kind of do a crumpet variation on these pancakes, and I will add a bit of table sugar into this mixture. 5 tablespoons should do here. Again, beat until consistent. Next, for a bit more flavoring, you could add some vanilla essence or banana essence or any essence or flavor that you might like to add to this mixture. For this particular mixture, I will be adding some vanilla essence, so I'll take about 1.5 capfuls of vanilla essence. What people tend to like in the pancakes would be a different kind of flavor or tang to it. So I'm going to add some cocoa to this batter to make a taste of chocolate. 1.5 tablespoons, depending on how strong you like your chocolate. Next, put it in the pan. So in order to keep your pancakes nice and smooth and glossy, instead of using spray and cook or any kind of cooking spray, we just coat the bottom of the pan with a bit of sunflower oil. No exact measurements here. And now we just wait for the pan to heat up. So next, coat the bottom of the pan with the batter. Make sure it's nice and even over the base of the pan. Next, you just flip the pancake. You can smell it. It smells fantastic. So it looks good to me. It's time to take it out. And now you have a pancake that's suitable for filling and folding. And now you have a chocolate pancake. So the next variation of pancakes would be the thicker pancake, or at least a pancake that has a thicker base. This is a pancake that would be appropriate for stacking and decorating. I leave my batter just as is and add another half a cup of flour. Now just beat. Now just beat until consistent. So as far as preferences go, more flour you add in at this time creates a thicker base later on. So you could add flour freely here, or you could just add them in increments of half cups. So now you end up with a much thicker batter. So let's put this thing on the pan. This time when pouring in the batter, we are going to pour in a much thicker layer of batter into the pan. This does result in slower cooking time, but the batter should be a bit more crispier than the thinner pancake. Put some more in there. So you'd know that the one side has cooked for long enough if you take a fork and drag it across the surface of the pancake. If it cuts in but doesn't cut all the way through, it's okay to turn it. So let's flip this baby over. So once it's been flipped, in that state, you could leave the pancake on for medium heat for about 3 to 4 minutes and wait for it to cook through completely. Another way to tell if your pancake is done is to look along the sides of it. These thicker pancakes tend to wing out along the edges when they're completely cooked. Okay, that looks good. Let's take that baby out. And there you have it, your thick pancake for stacking and your thin pancake for rolling. So that's it guys, for this episode of Pancake Ideas, Batter. Join me next time for the pancake fillings and pancake decorations.